Hello. Have you ever wondered why when you go into some of these car dealerships, especially the big box dealers, you know, your franchise dealers that sell the new cars and have the used car lots, they'll advertise a car for, say, $4,900, and when you get there, you know, the car is sure enough $4,900, and you decide you like it, and you go into the office there to buy the car, and they're telling you it's $4,900, and then it's a $1,000 dealer fee. Well, the dealer fee that's $1,000 is just added profit, right? I mean, it's just money that they're going to collect on top of the money they told you the car cost. It would be like if you went to buy a gallon of milk, and on the outside of the building they had a sign, and the sign read gallon of milk $2.99, and you go in and a gallon of milk's actually $5. So I guess it's a way for the dealers to kind of do a bait and switch on you, you know, which I think is wrong, because what's $1,000, right? I mean, just advertise it in the price of the car. If that's how much you want, just own up and say the car's not 49, it's 59, or it's 59, it's 69. Just own up and do it that way. You know, no need to kind of shuck and jive around with it, right? Just be honest and upfront, and I think that's the biggest problem. Another thing, when we go into car dealerships, we always want to take some off. We don't do it in any other line of work except for car dealerships. And the thing that gets me the most is when customers go in and they look at a car and say, like, they'll look at this Impala, and they come in and you tell them the Impala's, you know, $3,000 or whatever it is, and they always say, would you take $2,000? Well, the thing is, what they don't realize is they're giving away anything, any kind of warranty, any kind of goodwill, anything that dealer could do for them, they're giving it away. So, yeah, you may save that $1,000 on the front end of it, but maybe if the dealer's willing to take $1,000 off, maybe there's something wrong with it. And then when you come back in because they were willing to take the $1,000 off, what do they tell you? Well, I'm sorry, but I took $1,000 off. You'll just have to worry about it yourself. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is, haven't we built in an automatic out for the car dealer to say things like that to us by automatically expecting to buy the car for less than what it's advertised? Wouldn't it be better if it was just like Walmart, where you could go in and buy something, you knew the price going in, and this is how much you spent for it, and if something went wrong, you could always take it back and negotiate or arbitrate a settlement for yourself or something? And the reason I say that is because at most car lots, especially the bigger car lots, part of what's built into the price of the car is that situation where something goes awry, where something comes up that they didn't foresee or you didn't foresee when you looked at the car. And by negotiating the price down, you're taking away any help or assistance that dealer may be able to do something with, because he has bills to pay based on the amount of money he's going to make on that car. Now, we live in the United States of America, and we're profit driven. He's allowed to make money. He puts his money out. He invests in buying a nice car and getting it ready, and you know, then he's due a return on that, just like anybody else would be in their 401k program. So the reality is, if we could just get back to a system where we would buy the car for what the guy was asking for it, and the guy could ask a reasonable price for it because he's not having to worry about negotiating down the price, there would be a higher level of expectation as to the performance of the car. And I think that's something that's missed out there when we start, you know, when we learn how to negotiate our way into a car deal. And that's missed. You know, there's negotiation's one thing, but so many people out there, they try to over negotiate, let's just call it. They say, okay, well, you wanted $3,000 for that car. I'll give you $1,800 for the car, or $2,000. It's a third of the price off, and they think that's a reasonable negotiation tactic. The reality is, it's not a reasonable negotiation tactic. The only thing they're going to wind up with, either somebody doesn't take them seriously, or just like I said, they've negotiated the price down to where there's nothing being made by the car dealership. So if anything goes awry, there's nothing there to compensate the situation, to help the situation come out better. Anyway, just my idea.